Welcome back to 1.2 Braincells podcast. Hola, hola. I'm
Yay!
Nati.
Money.
Yes, welcome back to this week's episode. How are you, my sweet love? What's your weekly catch up?
My week it's been one thing after another this past week. It's been
Okay.
frustrating.
Same.
On the plus side, nothing like extremely bad has happened, but well kind of. But no, yeah, actually, yeah, it kind of was. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you the story, right? So
Okay.
earlier in the week, I have been applying to jobs on like LinkedIn, like real quick ones. Like I'll throw a search and like either quick apply or like the ones that like no big
That don't
applications, just in
require
my
too much of your
background.
time.
Exactly. So I've just been doing those on the low. And then I get an email saying, normal looking email. I was like, oh hey, we were interested. Like, when would you be available for an interview? I give them my times. They're like, okay, we'll send you a link to join our Teams meeting in a separate email, and then we'll look forward to that. And I was like, perfect, right? Now for that was the week before, and then the interview was for Monday. Um,
Hmm.
come Monday, first of all, like the interview was like let's say 11. It was like I don't know why, but I thought it was like 10 still, but it was already like 11:15, and I was
Because
like,
of
fuck.
daylight savings time,
Oh
it
yeah,
threw
that's
you
what it
off.
was. That really did throw me off. My routine was thrown. And so I'm like scrambling to join on the team. So I click on the link ASAP and it's like, oh, you need to update your Teams version. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I hit download. I download Teams. Teams opens up. Doesn't join the meeting. I go back to the email link, click on the link. I know, right? But mind you, in my mind, where I'm like stressing to do this interview, I'm not giving it a second thought either. Where
Right.
normally I
Right.
would have, but my mind is like half panic. I was like, fuck, I'm 15 minutes late. Um, and it's telling me the same thing. So I shoot him an email saying, hey, like it's asking me to keep updating the app, but I have the latest version. Is there like any other app you can use? Um, did not get a reply, right?
Okay.
And I'm like, at this point, it's now 12:30 of me just like hanging around trying to like wait for a reply and coordinate something else. And I was like, you know what? They'll hit me up when they hit me up. Maybe they had a bunch of rounds
Yeah.
this morning. And I go back to my actual job, right? Because that was also going on. Don't give it a second
Hmm.
thought. And then later I go back to my laptop to like close out of everything that I had left open. And when I open it up, I see like my mouse starts to move on its own, and I'm like, "What you doing there, bud?" Right? And then this like dark screen turns on that's like, oh, you need to update. But it wasn't like me going to check for updates. It out of nowhere, like the screen's like, oh, there's an update happening. Give your computer a couple minutes. And I was like, that's not
Did you?
no. So I immediately like disconnect the Wi-Fi, right? And I close my laptop.
Okay. Yeah. Take
And so
away all
I'm like
connection.
googling, and so I'm like googling, what the fuck could this be? And they're like, oh yeah, like probably like someone um
You got hacked, baby?
essentially, yeah, it was like, oh yeah, probably someone just download like on all the like people
Yeah.
replying and shit. It's like, oh, someone probably gained remote access to your computer. You should wipe it. Um, and I'm like, where the fuck? Like, how would someone? How? Right? I'm not stupid with my computer. I don't just click on anything silly, willy nilly, right? And then, so that was Monday, and I was like, I'm gonna deal with this tomorrow, cause that like I also had to deal with work too. Come Tuesday, broski, I get the fucking follow email from these bitches. They're like, it wasn't even a formal. Like they replied with the email, and they were just like, can you do now? Or like, are you like something like quick like that? Like no formal like sentence or
Yeah.
anything. Not like, hello,
All
sorry for the
lowercase and
nothing.
shit, huh?
At least not that part. And I was like, fuck, it was these bitches. And I was like, fuck. And so that was Tuesday. Tuesday, I'm looking. I'm like, how the fuck can I like? Because they're like, oh, just deleting through like the Windows reset isn't enough. You have to go
Yeah.
like download this shit and wipe everything. I need
Yeah.
a USB, right? Tuesday, don't have a USB. I'm like, all right, I don't have time to go out right now. So Wednesday, I had to go out to the USB, and then Wednesday I come back, and Wednesday I like deleted everything and like rebooted Windows, so my laptop is all new and shit. Um,
You didn't have
yeah,
anything important on there that didn't matter for you to wipe out?
documents, no, right? The issue is that My laptop had my Google, and my Google has everything, right? Because then what happens Wednesday morning?
The brain cells are about to get hacked, bro. Oh my
Well, thankfully,
god.
the Braincells wasn't logged on. Like my default is my main Google account, so there's not even on the Braincells account. But on my Chase credit card, I went to go look at what my points had, and I see zero. I see 0 points, and I'm like, that's not right. I didn't use all of my points. I should have like almost 30K in points. And I go to points history, and it's like, oh, redeems for Apple gift card.
Baby, no.
The
Can you argue
way
that?
relax. I'm like, hands are shaking. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I called Chase so fast. My voice is like shaking because I was like, this is like so much money I spent to accumulate these fucking points too. And I tell them, and they're like, okay, give us a second. Let me see what we can do. And I was like, okay. So like, I'm on a hold, and I'm like, please, please, please. And they're like, okay, we'll give you back your points. We just need to cancel your card and your other
Yeah.
card that you have with us. We'll send you a new one, and you have to change your password with us. And I'm like, okay, cool, fine, go ahead, do whatever you gotta do. And so I did. I reset, bro, all my passwords, my Gmails, my credit cards, my banks, all reset passwords. Like I said, I wipe my computer, and like every day I'm like monitoring, and I put an alert on every single transaction for my credit cards now.
Yeah.
We should be good. We should be, but
They got you like a boomer, baby. But no,
that
that's see,
ass.
that pisses me off though, because the fact
Yeah,
that you are out here looking for work with
yeah,
the current state, meaning that there's so many people looking for work, and the way that we do it is online, and someone
yeah.
here wholeheartedly trying to find a job, and then these weird where did do you remember what website you used? Was it like
Bro, this is
Indeed?
the this is the part that pissed me off. It was on LinkedIn. Like they had a whole business profile and everything.
See, but that's bad
And
because that
actually,
means that
that
LinkedIn
yeah,
isn't
that's on
going to.
LinkedIn is not verifying their job posts. But also speaking of LinkedIn, I also got restricted from them literally the very next day. I can't even access my fucking account, so I can't even go and report them. Which is also something I'm like sending like I
A
send an email
strong
to the
worded
customer
email.
service, and I'm like, yo, Porte and undo. Right, I haven't heard back from them. I sent a follow up, and I still haven't heard back from them. But yeah, that also had me pissed, bro, because it's like I thought, there's at least some kind of verification to put a job listing. So when I got an email
Mm-hmm.
from them and a link from these people, I again, besides the fact that I was like rushing on time, I'm like, no second thoughts were given as to trusting this link or not.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is not
I know, I
fun.
know, I
I would have
know.
cried. I would have started crying the minute I opened my bank account, or not my bank account, my credit card, and see my point.
Uh huh.
It's like,
Yeah. But
damn.
it's the weirdest thing because it wasn't like my card was used to purchase anything. They just took all my fucking miles.
Maybe they couldn't use your card to purchase anything, because at least like if you access the if you access the account online, even if you
Mm-hmm.
want to try and make a purchase, it won't give you a card, it'll give you a virtual card. But in order to use the virtual
True.
card, you have to tap your physical card, because I know that
True.
sometimes I've wanted to
Yeah, you have to like
um
verify with your phone. But I'm like, I
exactly,
didn't
because
even know you could get gift cards through points like that.
apparently you can.
Apparently you can, bro. Um, but
I
yeah.
hope when they go and try and use it. Well, no, because they already purchased it.
Look, they had they redeeming my points, but that shit spent. They got their fucking. It was like $280 worth of gift cards.
Damn, bro.
I know. I
That's
hope they fucking
fucked
lose
up.
it. And an Apple store too. I'm like, what you gonna? No, I guess you can buy tech with those gift cards, right?
I don't know. I don't do Apple
I don't
products.
know
I have no
either.
idea.
Facts.
Damn, bro.
But yeah,
That's
that's been my
crazy.
week.
I'm trying to think any time that I've been hacked. The only time that I've been hacked, um, what's it called, was when I was a kid and that I used LimeWire. But like I did that to my computer. Like that was on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
that was all by
those
accident.
so yo, Lagmar takes me back, bro.
I was gonna say that's funny. Kind of fits into my uh weekly catch up, I guess, and then
Mm-hmm.
also we'll go into our topic because I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say, so for work, I have a like when I'm working, I don't want to say like how people are like, oh, I work from home, and people sometimes are chilling a little bit, like you're still working but you're chilling. Yeah, no, with my job, I'm like working the whole time. Like that is if I'm in the office or I'm at home, I am on the computer
Yeah.
the majority of my day. At most I'll like take a break here and there, or like sometimes I'll be able to like step away for a bit, but not even like it has a lot of work.
Damn.
But in all that, I got an email saying, "Hey, you need to do your cybersecurity stuff." And I was like,
Mm.
"Sure." And I'm like, "I don't have time." But at the same time, today was like a down day. So I was like, "All right, let me do these videos because you have to watch videos and answer questions."
Ah.
And they're so corny, right? But then at the same time, I'm like, "Oh, I know a lot." Because it was like they'll do a video and be like, "Oh, I'm a hacker." And they're like there's a famous group of hackers that do like the black screen or like the mask and type shit. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever video they had put together was something similar, be like, I'm a hacker and I'm gonna target you, blah blah blah. And I'm like, this is so freaking corny. But it's so funny that again, that was me today. The majority of my afternoon was me doing these videos. So now that I'm hearing you get hacked and you're telling me like, I wonder how, and I'm like, it was a phishing email. Yeah, that's what it was. And then they
Yeah.
got you. And then it was one of those that I don't remember the name at the moment, but it's one of those that you click thinking it's something else, and then boom, there's a virus inside it. A spyware. That's what it was. Spyware.
There you go. That's what it was. But yeah, fingers crossed. I am Gucci. I haven't seen anything fishy on my laptop since, so that
Nice.
is good. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
But
I
it's
was gonna say,
ironic. Uh huh.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it's ironic because, and this leads into the our topic of this week. I don't know about you, but in my family, for some fucking reason, I've become the IT department. Like
That is me.
with my mother, I'll understand, right? Because she don't get
All right, your
technology,
older
right?
generation, yeah.
Again, I'll get it. But then sometimes my sisters ask me shit, and I'm like, why, what, homie?
You're
I
a
know
youth.
about the
You
same.
should know this.
Yeah, you're a youth. We're that far in age. As much as I call you a grandma, we're actually not. And then on top of that, I know what you know. You know what I know. Whatever I don't know, guess what? I Google and find out.
They're just like, I'm gonna just rely on it. That's all I'm gonna do, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'm trying to
I am
remember.
also the tech
Mhm.
savvy person, which again makes sense because I live with two dinosaurs. But even way back when I was like in more speaking terms with other family members that live in our house, right? Because we live in like different family apartments.
Yeah.
I was constantly called, "Hey, we don't know what's going on," and then
Mhm.
I'll turn on a switch, turn off a switch, and then they're like, "Oh my god, you fixed it," and I'm like, thank you, my services. And then
Yeah.
I get free food out of
Yeah.
it. So great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally half the time when we were all living at home together, like all my sisters and I, before everyone moved out, they'd be like, "Oh, something's on the Wi-Fi. I need to go check the Wi-Fi." And I'm like, "I don't even know what Wi-Fi is. How do you want me to fix it?" And so I literally just go unplug, wait 10 seconds, plug it back in. Oh my God, it's bad. What'd you do? Unplugged it. That's it. I'm like,
That's
huh,
all I did.
who would have thought?
I
And I'm
was
like,
I will say one of my favorite things of being like the one that knows techie stuff is there's a vast difference with explaining something to my father than it is explaining
mm-hmm.
something to my mother. My dad, it
Really?
does not matter the amount of times I explain it to him. It does not matter with the detailed explanation. That man will not understand at
Yeah.
all, even navigating to a simple app. Mind you, he loves the most modern phones. And I'm sitting here like, what are you doing, bro? Like, we should have just
Wasted on
gotten
you, homie.
that ass. We should have just gotten you a flip phone. And he's very much a tablet kid where like the minute he's on his phone, he's like gone all
Yeah.
the time. All the time. But anyway, versus my mama, if I explain it, if I show her, I'm like, hey mommy, this is how you do this. She will
Yeah.
listen. Sometimes we've had arguments sometimes because I'll be like, you have to do this. And she's like, no, but you're wrong. And I'm like, why are you asking me if you know? Or
Yeah.
she'll be like, or if I
Yeah.
catch, if she even hears an inflection in my voice, she's like, you don't have patience for me. And I'm like, I didn't even say anything to you. And then tears. And I'm like, oh my God. And like, She's like, I've had all the patience in the world with you, and you don't even have patience. No. Anyway, that hasn't happened in a hot
It's
minute,
like
but
rewind, buddy. I don't know about that statement.
yeah, but all in all, she's great for explaining because the amount of times that she'll call me on her phone, she'd be like, I don't know what happened. I'm like, okay, listen, is Papi
Yeah.
around? She's like, yeah. I'm like, go grab his phone. You're gonna video call
Yeah.
me, and
Yeah.
then we're gonna figure out your phone, and we'll do that. And
I have to do
she,
that with my mom all the time. I don't know about yours. Does yours suck at holding the phone so I should show you what the fuck she's looking at?
yes, yes,
And I'm
she,
like, my mom, I don't know why, but she calls, right? When you normally call, you first thing is the front facing camera, right?
yeah,
And I'm like, okay, mommy, turn the camera
flip
around
it.
so I see the phone. And she goes, "Boop,"
That's
and it's this awkward angle, and I'm like,
and you
mommy,
can't see anything,
mommy, I
and
can't
you're
see
staring
anything.
at
And
the
so
floor.
she tries to readjust, or she moves the phone that she's showing me. And I'm like, mommy, can you show me? Let me see you real quick. Let me see your face real quick. And she's like, what? Why me? You look at the phone. And I'm like, mommy, turn
It's
the
the
camera
sass
on the app, right?
on
And
your
she knows
phone.
how to do this because she knows WhatsApp. We're on WhatsApp all the time. She knows how to pip the camera. And she goes,
Mm.
oh, that's so smart. Every single time, without fail, she's trying to show me with the front-facing camera, and I'm like, mommy,
Yeah, no,
you're the
she
younger
doesn't really
one.
know, or my mama doesn't really know or understand how to flip the camera. I have to walk her through it every time, and I don't mind. You know, baby girl just turned 70,
Uh-huh.
so it's like
Yes, happy
I
birthday
said
to
her the
her.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll pass the message along. So I'll be like, okay, you're looking at the
Yeah.
screen. Explain the objects on your screen because sometimes we also have different phones, and for the most part, I've
Okay.
come to understand how her phone works. And again, both being Androids, it's very simple, but
Yeah.
sometimes there's slightly different. So I'll be like, okay, and then I have to describe it in a way that I'll know will click for her. So I'll be like, it's a circle with another circle, but then there's a dot in it, some shit like that, right? Or like, and it's hilarious. But
For the most part, I try the same thing, walk her through it because we both have Samsung. But then if I'm with her in person, I just grab the phone, I put that shit in English, and then I change the settings myself.
oh yeah, me
But you
too.
know,
Me too.
to
And then I forget
the point
sometimes
where
to switch
I
her phone back to
yeah
Spanish. And I'm like, oh, and
yeah
then like 2 weeks will go by and I'm fixing something else. And I'm like, you've been on English this whole time. I'm so sorry. She's like, oh, it's okay. I'm crying.
pobre.
I
I've
know.
only done that to my mom once, and then same. It was like it wasn't a whole week. It was like a day or two later. And she just randomly goes, "So when do you plan on putting my phone back to Spanish?" And I'm like, "Why the fuck is it in English?" She's like, "You did it," and I'm like,
Not the gaslighting.
because obviously in my mind I always change it back, and then I remember I was like, "All right." But then another thing is I don't know why, and this shit it gets me so mad, but I also find it so funny when any setting changes on my mom's phone. She's like, "You changed my phone." Like whenever I'm visiting her in Argentina
Dude.
and something was wrong with her phone, she's like, Vanya, what'd you do to my phone? And I'm like, you know that meme with that white boy?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's me, because I'm like me. I haven't touched your phone. You haven't even
You're
asked
like,
me to
I'm
look
in
at
a
your
whole other
phone.
country, fam. I'm like, what do you want?
Yeah, but it's even worse when at the times that I do visit her, and still she's like, you touched it, you changed it, and I'm like, this is a false accusation, woman. Calm
My
down.
That's my dad, and then that's my dad when he updates apps, right? Because sometimes I'll go and I'll
Yeah.
be like, let me go. They don't know how to update their app, so I have to every now and then go in check because they're like, this app
I
isn't
said
working.
I
I'm
said
like,
I set everything to auto update, auto sync.
oh, I should do that. We'll get back
Yeah,
to
auto
us being
download. Okay,
not
I'll help
tech
you
savvy,
set
but
that up.
yeah, thank you, thank you. We'll go on a video call. I'll
Yeah.
flip the camera. Don't worry.
Don't.
And so my dad, right, they'll update the app. And you know how sometimes with updating apps, certain things move around, certain things change. That is out of my
Yeah.
control. Yeah, that is out of my
Yeah.
control. He'll be like, you ruined it. And I'm like, I didn't. I'm like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. You need to have the later version. He's like, but I like the previous one. I'm like, but it wasn't working with the
Yeah.
previous one. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but that was better. And I'm like, I don't know. Go take it up with the app owner. Like, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm like, you don't like it?
you
I'm so
you
sorry.
ruined it, crack. That killed me.
Fact. Like I'm out here programming this shit. Like I was like, hell no. I was gonna say one of the
The
recent, I think, funny tech stories
mhm.
was that I was working, right? And I had to leave to go do babysitting.
Okay.
And I left at my normal time, right? Like I finished at 5 and then I had to be
Yeah.
somewhere by like 6. So I
Okay.
finished, I locked my computer, and then I grabbed my shit and I left. There
Nice.
was no problem because again, at the end of the day, I'm done with my job. As I'm driving to my babysitting job, I get a team message on Teams. And normally when I get notifications, I'm like, oh, whatever, it's out of work hours. But I was like,
Mhm.
let me look at it. And then I see that this one like lady hits me up and she's like, hey, listen, I see that you're still on this certain document and I can't process it until you get off it. And that is something that needed to be done that day. Right.
Yeah.
And I know this, right? Because I know what document she was referring to. And
Yeah.
specifically it's a workbook. Anyway,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
in my head, I'm like, mind you, I'm a good 40 minutes from home and I can't turn around because I need to be in my second, job.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the
Oh
fuck do I
crap!
do?
What you
Right?
do?
Yeah. So then I'm like, well, I guess we got to navigate my mama because she's the only one there. Like there's no one else in this household that I will like be like,
Mhm.
sure, you can log into
Mhm.
my laptop or like my work computer. So I
Right.
call my mom and I'm like, can you please help me with something? But me and you have to be in sync. Question like we need. And she was like, yeah, I got you. So then video call, right?
Yeah.
Um, Video call. I'm like, you're gonna go to my room. And the thing is, my mom has never touched a computer ever in her life. So she does
Okay.
not know, like you have to walk her through the opening to then now how do you use a mouse and how do you click? And again, all she had to do was log on and close a workbook. For
Yeah.
us, that would have been something 2 minutes, two
Yeah.
minutes max, right? Bro, we were on there. And luckily the place that I had to like get to, I was like
Yeah.
maybe 15 minutes away, but then the mom told me, oh, we're running late, so like you have like an extra 20 minutes. And I was like, thank God, because I know I'm gonna need all that time.
Yeah.
And so and my mom, a saint, like she was able to get it, but it was so long because then I now had to tell her to type in my password, and work requires us to have a really long password. And so between the shift and the caps lock and the space,
Uh-huh.
bro. But again, I at no point was frustrated. I was more frustrated with the situation, but never with her because I'm like,
Right.
you are
Right.
helping me in this.
Yeah.
And she
Okay.
was
Okay.
able
That's
to,
good.
yeah, no, of course, that like she's helping me, like thank God. And she did phenomenal. She did phenomenal. And I don't know if this happens to you, but like for me, a lot of my passwords are very much muscle memory more than
Yeah.
remembering the actual password. um and so when she's like, okay, we have to now put, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, I'm not in front
It's
of
like
the
you gotta
laptop, so
sit there and pretend to type real quick and be like, "What keys would I hit?"
and I realized that although I am good at certain visuals, like I can, like, at least I've learned in dance, I can very
Yeah.
much visualize a lot of things. For that, it was so difficult because I even on my phone, I was at a stoplight, I pulled up the keyboard because technically it's the same thing, and my brain could not imagine it physically here because my fingers is like, I'm not typing anything into anything. But nonetheless, we figured it out. She went in, she closed it, and I was like, thank God. And I had told the lady, I'm like, hey, I'm
Nice.
a little far, but I'm gonna get back home and I'll do it. Is that okay? And she's like, yeah, no worries. Like, I'm just working late, so don't you worry about it. And I was like, all right,
Oh,
cool.
that's
And
good.
so I told them, like, I closed out of it, and she's like, all right, cool, thanks. And from there on, I completely close all the programs that I'm on. I'm like, I am
Lesson
not
learned.
doing it. Yeah, no, 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 no. But now I also know if I ever need, Mama Dukes is there. You're gonna need 40 minutes of it, but she's gonna figure it out. I was so proud of her that day. I was like, Mama, I'm like, you went on a computer and you logged on, and she's like, yeah, I don't know what that means, but okay.
That's good. That's good. That's so cute. That's so cute.
Yeah, because she was cute too. Because as she was doing the keyboard, she's like, I had a typewriter and I had to type, and I'm like,
Yo, my mama said the same thing because I gave her my old laptop, and so that's what she uses here to like
mm-hmm,
type shit up sometimes.
mm-hmm.
And so when I first like brought it over for her and like we set it up, she's typing and she's going click, 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 and she's like, "There's like a typewriter," and I'm like, "You use that?" And she's like, "Okay, calm down."
Yeah, yeah, because my mama used it too. My dad did too. And it
Right.
was a whole thing. I was gonna say, so kind of like we went in on our like us being tech people for our family. Is there
Yeah.
anything technological now that you
Yeah.
feel that you're acting like an old lady towards? Because I know there's a lot of shit that I'd be sitting here
I
like,
mean, everything can. I'm not kidding when I say I don't even understand Wi-Fi. Like I don't.
no, but there's one thing to not understand exactly how it works. Because I also don't understand. I'm like, because they're like, oh yeah, the fiber optics, and I'm like, where are these
What are the
optics?
fiber
Because apparently they're
optics?
somewhere, bro.
It's a cable. I understand it's a cable, but you know what? Don't even get me started on cell phones and like Wi-Fi, and you know that world is
Bluetooth.
just that's just wild. Okay, it wouldn't be the same thing connected so many. Like I don't. It just stays. I barely understand CDs. Okay, you know how they're all edged and it stores data,
When
and
you
I'm
had to
like,
burn them into it, I never understood that. Because like I had my computer and I used to, which again, when you explain like there's like certain younger generations, when I'd be like, oh yeah, I used to
yeah,
burn CDs, they're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like,
like
what?
literally.
Like, dude, I made there was a time where my gift was because I had LimeWire. I would go
Yeah,
download songs, and especially from like my aunts and uncles, like there were songs that they couldn't find on CD. I would download these songs, and then I would put them on, burn them on a CD, write me my little message, and then give it to them.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I'm
Cute.
pretty sure Noel doesn't even know. Like that's not their age. That's still like we maybe did that, and then I think we're one of the last.
Yeah, because it was like real niche. Like the second you could download music, right? There's a legal way of buying them. And then people quickly found LimeWire and that shit. And so they just like, you know what? Yeah, I think that lasted a couple years because everyone was like, okay, we need to like chill with the pirating.
Yeah, yeah. And then also everyone's laptop or computers died because viruses.
That
But I was
too.
gonna say,
Whatever. That was the age.
I still then like I remember when it was like you're burning your CD and I'm like, so there's a fire? No. So like what are we doing here? Like I
Yeah.
USBs never understood them. Like we're putting
Oh yeah. Mhm.
like fascinating. But I'm saying
Yeah.
like
The
more
actual hows
modern.
of things. No, I don't know. But modern day,
Do you know tech like that? Modern day tech like that?
I don't even know what modern techs are coming out with.
Well, okay, one example would be the meta glasses, right? I do not like the idea of them. Yeah, I know a few people that have them and so like sometimes their content that they put on and it's people that I personally know and like I think it's cool for
Yeah.
certain things, but in my eyes
Yeah.
in my head I'm like how do you know the camera's not on? Like do you just put a
Yeah.
blanket over it so that it's not, but then what if it's listening? No me gusta. We're getting spied
Yeah.
on. I'm sure
Unfortunately, I
this
feel
is
like
spying on me as we go.
yeah, no, I was gonna say I feel like unfortunately with this day and age, it's just come with like a general acceptance of your privacy being invaded to some degree, whether it's like
Hmm.
some like their device listening in every now and then, like even like Alexis and shit, or like
Hmm.
now with the Meta glasses, which there's even more uh, uh obvious.
I was
Mm,
gonna say another technological piece that I don't like is that like those Echo Dots, those Alexa whatevers. Like
yeah.
I don't see the
I'm not
use for
gonna
them.
lie to you. Mine is just a glorified speaker. Like I just like, hey Alexa, play this. Alexa, what's the weather? That's about the two things I use it on. I used to be able to use it with I used to have smart bulbs, but then I updated my
I
Wi-Fi. They don't
remember.
connect, and yeah, set the move, baby. For no one but us.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, baby, it was me. Like, I love you
Um,
too, pero
Not exactly. But that's those like the three features I would use my Alexa or an alarm. That's about it.
yeah, none of that. I also don't like you know how you could talk like Siri, excuse me. I
Hmm.
know Samsung and Google's have their own whatever, hey Google this
Uh
or
huh.
what is your guys hey Alexa? No.
No, I think Samsung has Bixby, but if you have Android, I just use the Gemini anyways.
Yeah, I never used any of that. Like, hey, do this.
Okay.
Okay, I will say the one thing I love is
Yeah.
before it was Shazam way back when in the day.
I
But
love
nowadays,
Shazam.
Okay, I don't use Shazam. I never did because it was just not my. I didn't have it on my phone. But what I do
Ah.
love is now on Gemini, you just click and then you click the audio, and then it'll be like search a song, and then I love that shit,
Oh,
bro.
word. Oh no,
Yeah,
I've been had a Shazam, so I still have Shazam, and it's like a quick feature on my phone.
I love it. I love it. And the reason why I specifically love using it on
Lotion.
Google with
Yeah.
Gemini is because it will
Yeah.
send you first, like it'll show you all the links as to where to get it. So the minute I
Yeah.
want to Spotify, it'll be right there. Click and boom, I'm there.
Boom.
I love it. That I love. I'm like,
Okay.
technology did good. Technology did good.
Yeah. Now the main thing I use the the Google Assistant is when I'm driving. And I'm like, hey, send so and so a message. But it's so funny because so there's how I have a contact saved in my phone, right? But then
Mm-hmm.
if they have a Google account, it connects with their Google one, so sometimes it'll
It'll get
have their
confused.
contact saved as that. Yeah, it gets confusing sometimes. So I just have to remember which way the Google remembers it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know when or how, right? But on my phone, you're my little chiquitiki, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And so I'll be telling Google, I'll be like, hey, message my little chiqui, because that's your first name, and Dickie's your last name, right? And it'll get it. It'll be like, okay, messaging my little Chicky, Dickie, red heart, and
Mrs.
bada bing,
Dickey.
bada boom. And now I don't know how or when or why, but it now has your name as Natalie.
Okay.
And so I'm like, the first time I was heading over to you, I was like, message my little Chicky Diggy, and it wasn't working. And I was like, you never fail me. And so I was like, message Natalie. And they're like, where the fuck
I'm gonna
you get
bleep
her
that.
name from?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. It gave me your full name, and I'm like, where the fuck you got her cover name from? I don't have her saved as that. And so I'm like, yeah, her. And I don't know how to set it back to my little chicky.
Yeah, because I'm sure you have your sister as her own as her name as well. So like
Yeah, she got her government name.
imagine you're trying to send
But
me a
huh?
risque message and then you're like message that and they'll be like, okay, and then it sends it to your sister. Trágico.
Well, on the plus side, I see the number pop up, but for some reason, if I say just Natalie, it's you. If I say Natalie and then my sister's like her whole name, that's her. So I need so saying Natalie gives me you, and then I say my sister's full name to get specifically.
You heard that, Natalie? I'm the real one. I'm like Beyonce. I don't need my last name included. I don't even know if she watches or listens, but it's okay.
She does sporadically, but bro, you don't even go by Natalie.
That's my name though.
Okay, but technically, okay, first of all, completely different spellings.
Yeah, she doesn't spell it correctly, but that happens. Not everyone knows how to spell
Well, I
their
don't.
name.
I mean, this is why I don't say correct or incorrect. It's just completely different. She don't got the T. She don't got the E. I mean the H. She don't got the H. She don't got the E. Some
Incorrect.
would say
But
yours
anyway,
is incorrect.
are we gonna say yours is incorrect? Because
On
you're the
what?
first one I've ever seen like that.
Over in Argentina is that's the only way.
In France, that's how my name is spelled. Actually, yeah, that's my spelling is the French way. Which I'm like,
That's cute.
yeah.
Did your mama
Um,
know that? Was that intentional?
no, no. They just
Oh,
chose it. Yeah. Which is funny because
okay.
once I decided to take French, that's when I found out. And
Ah, so
they're like,
like right now.
oh, you French? And I'm like, oh no. Like, what? And
Oh,
then
we know.
now, yeah, no. And then
No, no.
now at the company that I'm at, it's owned by like our parent company's French.
Right.
And so whenever they see it, they're like, oh, and I'm like, no. But
That's
it's
so funny.
yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, do you have any closing thoughts techie wise? Because like there's so much we could talk tech wise, but all in
Yeah,
all, this is
we
like
don't
a little.
understand it.
I would say one little tech thing that I can close off on that I want to get and I do love. I
Hmm.
love smartwatches. I love
Yes.
smartwatches. I have one. I have not worn it in a few months. 2 months.
Yeah. I
I
have
love.
one, but I haven't worn mine in forever.
Yeah, I love it though. Don't get me wrong, it's a good one. But ever since I saw that Google has watches, I've been dying to get one. I don't need the most modern one. Like I'm good with the second gen. I think we're up to generation 4, 5.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. But I really want one. but like it's
Mm-hmm.
expensive. So I'm like,
How
if
much are
anyone,
they?
I can tell you right now, like, so the
Okay.
regular one, like the non, hold on, Google
While
Pixel.
you look at that, I was gonna say it's funny because as an Android user, low key, not a low key bash, but it's just like iPhones in general. I'm like, why do you still use them? Right? It's not a great phone,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's like, oh, it's just like a cult. We can't really leave. I get it because the way I can't leave Google because I love Google because I have everything connected to Google and it's just so convenient, it's so
But it's
clutch.
better though.
That's
It's
what
more
I say. They want to
universal.
argue. That's what they want to argue with us. I don't know why. I'm like, shut the fuck up. It's quite literally
It's looking,
everywhere.
it's looking like in the 400s.
Oh, that's not the worst for a
Is the
watch.
latest model. The latest model is the 4 and it's in the 400s. Again, not bad.
Yeah.
A Google Pixel, let's say the second generation, which is 2 generations ago. Sí, pero
Hmm.
para eso no vale. Para eso no vale. Mira, está 350, 400. Para eso me compro el más caro.
Yeah.
Oh no, Target. Ooh, Target has them at 170.
Oh, there you go.
But anyway, um, yeah, no, they look so sexy, bro, and I'm like, I want one so bad, but
Yeah.
I have one, and it's functional. I bought it in Costa Rica. It's a great watch. I love
Yes.
it. I love it. It's a
It
good
does the
watch.
job.
It does the job, and it does the job well. Like I
Yes.
genuinely love my watch. You
Yeah,
know
you
what? I'm gonna
convinced me
charge
to
my
get one
watch
too.
tonight, and I'm gonna put it on. I'm
There
gonna
you
charge
go.
it
There
tonight.
you
I'm
go.
gonna put. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
I also like wireless headphones. I love them. Noise canceling, top notch. 10 out of 10. I love it.
But no, I was just reminded in the whole like when I brought up the whole Samsung versus iPhone thing. I remembered when this is a while ago though, right? When mom had a Samsung, and so I'd help her with it, right? And then she had this was years ago when we had Jump as part of our plan.
Yeah.
She was like debating getting an iPhone because she's like, oh, like what's all the hype, right? And I'm like, first of all, you're gonna be downgrading, okay? It's
Yeah.
not. It don't got this, and this that you love. And second of all, I don't have an iPhone. I will never have an iPhone. So if you have a phone problem, you have to call my sisters. Any one of them,
Mm.
because all three of them had have iPhones. And she goes,
Okay.
oh no, never mind. I can't. If it's
Yeah.
not you, I don't want it. And
I'm always the
I'm like, that's
one
what I
that
thought.
buy. Yeah, I'm always the one that buys my parents their phone. Like if I modernize it or anything. And so my dad has been curious on iPhone, and I told him, I'm like, well, then you're gonna have to buy it yourself because
Mhm.
this household is gonna be Android. Okay, we don't do none of that iPhone shit. It's like how they always make the joke, like, oh, if a gay couple has a straight kid, it'd be like, what are you doing? What like Noel's saying is, why are you on default setting? I run
Yeah.
the Android only household. We don't do none of that
Same.
Apple shit.
Same.
Absolutely not.
My partner
Mm-mm.
can have an iPhone, but my kids, no. No, we're all getting on Google and we're syncing up
Mm-hmm.
that way, baby. Figure it out on your
I
iPhone.
I will
iPhone can get
say,
a Gmail.
yeah,
Yeah.
I will say the amount of times when I'll go out with people, and then the minute I
Yeah.
mention Android, they be on this some stupid shit, and I'm like, see, now you are a red flag. I don't care what anyone says,
Yeah.
but this, I'm like, we already opposing
Yeah.
it. I don't like it. But I have
Yeah,
met a
because I
few,
see
like,
someone have an iPhone, I was like, but then I keep it to myself. At the end of the day, a cell phone's a cell phone. What the fuck do I
yeah,
care?
yeah, yeah.
But then iPhone
No,
will
I
start
wouldn't
beeping. I'm
actually break
like,
up with someone, but
you need to calm down. They have the
yeah,
actual better phone.
yeah.
And it's a phone. What are we arguing here?
And I always say, I remember one time, and this pissed me off because I was like, you're saying that in a mean way, not.
Yeah?
I'm not being sensitive. Was I always say when people try to argue me, I'm like, listen, I went to a tech school, and the majority of the tech people in our school always agreed that Androids were better. Granted, there's
Yes.
people that had iPhones, but all in all the computer
Even then, he
nerds,
still agreed that Android was better.
Android is better, right? And I remember, I don't know what we were. Oh, I think we were like at something dance related, and this one girl goes, "Oh, you into that school?" She's like, "Oh, that explains it." And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "You're kind of like nerdy." And in my head, I'm like, "I am so not nerdy. Like, I'm really not. Like, let's say if I'm comparing it to like the rest of our friends or the rest of Stevens, I'm not." And so she was like, "Yeah, like you just have a vibe." And I was like, "You're trying to be mean, and I don't like it just because you don't like the fact that I'm calling you out on your iPhone shit." But you know what? It's fine. And it was a big deal. But I was like, Me, nerdy. Bro, I don't give
Yeah.
off nerdy. I don't. Like, it's not
You
even like
don't.
there was
You
nothing wrong to give,
don't.
but I don't.
You don't. Not like maybe on like the nerdy topics that you've come to like because I like them, like Harry
Yeah.
Potter and then some animes and then
Yeah.
K-pop.
Or like I think the only other times is but it's not nerdy though. Cause I'm like, I love me my Legos. That's not nerdy. That's just being a child. Like, I don't know.
Legos are nerdy, my love.
I do be talking about my Legos.
Like hands down. Not even. Don't
I'm
even try
staring at
that.
a new Lego set that I have that I've already planned to make a little shelf for it. And I don't shelve my Legos. Like I usually just have them and then I'll have them somewhere around my room. No, no, no. This one, Manny got it for me. And I'm so fucking excited. And I told my
What
dad,
is
I'm like,
it?
he got me the Wicked Castle.
Ah, nice.
And it has Galinda, it has Alphaba,
Okay.
it has
Okay.
Jonathan Bailey. I'm so fucking excited. I love it. Anyway,
I'm
I haven't
excited
built it
for
yet. I've
you.
been busy. But
Okay.
anyway, what's it called? Yeah. So I think we're good with technology. We can dive into it more. We should definitely dive into it more when we have Noelle back because I feel like she will call us grandmas, but then I also feel like she's a little grandma-y in certain things. So that'll be fun to
Yeah, I mean
re-dive
she
into.
just upgraded her phone, so
True, 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 true. So
she
we'll
went
dive
from
in with
a
that.
7 to a 13, 14.
I don't know.
I
I don't know
forgot the
iPhone
number.
though.
Some shit like that.
Um,
But yeah.
I was gonna say, but that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, listening to our little, being the IT people for our fams, and then also
We
our
shouldn't
little
be.
grandma
We
spiels.
are.
What's the word? Spiel,
Spiel.
spiel. Yeah.
SPIEL.
Uh-huh. If you did enjoy this, you can find us. We release an episode every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. On Spotify, on YouTube, on iHeartRadio, any kind of streaming platform you think we're on there, we probably are. You can also find us on social media. We are on TikTok and we are on Instagram at 1.2 braincells_official. So please check us out there. You can like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be in an episode, you can message us personally or you can message us on there. And as long as the three of us like you, then you are more than welcome. If not, fuck off. No, I'm kidding. Don't fuck off. Listen to us though, but like you might not be. No, I'm kidding. That being said, toodle loodle,
Totally.
hugs and kisses.
Never from me.
Bye. Peace
Bye.
out, brain cells. So I'm